the Chrysler Corporation. Here now, John Saunders.
And welcome back to our studios in New York. I'm John Saunders. Plenty of action around the National Hockey League. Let's get right to the scores and highlights. We begin with St. Louis against Detroit. Detroit right now the leader in the Western Conference by 3 points, but Dallas is chasing them, Toronto as well. Sergei Fedorov back in action, and watch the nice move here. Goes to the backhand, but Curtis Joseph comes up with a big save. It has been a goaltending battle in this one. 1-0 though. St. Louis has just scored to break the tie, and that's where they stand right now. We'll keep you updated on that one. Dallas and Washington. First, let's take a look at the playoff race. Detroit now in front, as we mentioned. But Calgary, on the virtue of the fact that they lead their division, would get the number 2 seed. Toronto right now and Dallas still have a chance to get the number 1 seed overall, but time is running out. And at the bottom right now, San Jose needs just 1 point in their final 5 games to record their first ever mission trip to the playoffs. All right, let's continue now. The Pittsburgh Penguins, as we mentioned, the leaders in the Northeast. They're not going to catch the New York Rangers, but right now they'll have the number 2 seed because they lead in the Northeast, and they have this guy back, Mario Lemieux, back on the ice for this game, and moving the puck around nicely. Lemieux feeds it back to the point, and Taglianetti lets the big shot go. It was Tocchet, rather, with the feed back to the point. Taglianetti's goal made it 1-0. Mario Lemieux, watch the moves here. Does anybody have better hands in hockey? Slips around the defender, then to the net, spots an opening, and threads it right in there. Mario Lemieux now has 28 points in the 18 games he has played it now. 2-0. Pittsburgh has the lead there. Let's take a look at the East. The New York Rangers with 105 points. New Jersey has a chance to catch them with 5 to play, but consider this. The New York Rangers would get the tiebreaker. So right now, New Jersey needing 5 points, really, to pass the New York Rangers. Down at the bottom, Florida in the final playoff spot. Philadelphia and the New York Islanders still with an outside shot, but time is certainly running out on them. And we will continue with more in just a moment here. The NHL on ABC. When we come back, we'll take a look at more things around the National Hockey League. And coming up next Sunday, regional coverage here. Some of you will see the Rangers and the Islanders, LA, Chicago, Dallas and St. Louis, or Boston and Philadelphia. Back with more in a moment.
When we introduced the Dodge National Minivan Sale, we knew people would like getting great option discounts on the minivan that already exceeds 1998 car safety requirements, just like they've always enjoyed air at no extra charge with the Caravan Family Value Package. But when people hear that their savings can total $2,600, well, we're taking appropriate measures. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
Citibank Visa provides so many services, you really don't need another card.
They were very pleasant. Citibank didn't put me on hold forever, which a lot of companies do these days.
The card's lost. Within 24 hours, I had a new card expressed to me that next day.
The fraud protection program really gave me a sense that somebody's looking out for me in my best interest.
And for some reason, on the phone, they're always very friendly with me. So maybe it's just my personality, I don't know.
Just a few of the many people who rely on the service of not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
It's time to catch spring fever at Napa, the place more people rely on to keep their vehicles running and to help them save. Get Autolite or Champion resistor spark plugs, your choice just 69 cents. A Napa Lawn and Garden battery is just $19.99 with exchange. Spring is the perfect time for this handy 8-piece cooler combo, just $18.99. So spring into your nearest Napa Auto Parts store today and catch the fever. It began in the heartland, in towns small and large. By building on the success of local independent businesses, this once little company has quietly grown surprisingly big. In fact, today it serves you at over 12,500 convenient locations. More than any other company of any kind in America. Citgo, feel the pride.
Welcome back once again to the new Dodge Intermission Report. The Stars have had a great first year in Dallas. One of the reasons, Andy Moog, he has more victories than any other active goaltender, over 300, as a matter of fact. And recently he sat down to explain his goaltending philosophy.
Andy Moog winning his 300th game in the history of his National Hockey League career.
All active goalies and wins and winning percentage.
He's only the 10th goaltender to reach the 300-win plateau.
Something that I've worked on my whole career to win hockey games, and here I am, you know, top 10. There is a different personality with a goaltender, and I think the position dictates it. You're generally there by yourself. You're in the game. Things are happening around you, but you're there by yourself, and I think you have to be strong individual mentally, maintain your focus. If the adrenaline's at the right level and you've got the right focus, everything seems to happen 1 second after you see it. Everything happens a little bit slower than it actually does. And on the other hand, if the adrenaline's not there and the focus and the concentration isn't there, everything is happening so fast you can't keep up with it. I got help at a young age from my father. He played a little bit of goal himself at a senior level back in Canada. And he never really taught me how to stand or how to move or how to make a save, but he taught me about body language, I guess. I've made a point and tried very hard to stick with a point of never touching the puck after it's gone in the net. If you touch the puck after it's scored, chances are you're going to do something with it that will allow the other team to see that you're frustrated or angry. I think the worst thing a guy can do is to go throw his arms up in the air in despair and say, come on, guys, give me a break. I think that's trying to tell everybody that it wasn't your fault the puck went in. It's always the goalie's fault when the puck goes in. You know, I thought it was me, but I see it from other people that play goal at a young age. I think you got a serious side to you when you're a goaltender. I like to think that I can get away from the game and come back to it, but I know that's not always true. I carry the game with me home, and I relive it away from the rink. You're put on the spot to make the big save when the team needs you the most. I think I understand my position probably better than I have at any point in my career. Goaltenders are somewhat of a supporting role, but you'll find that at the most important times of the season and at the playoffs and at the game, the person that comes to the forefront and is the guy that's going to carry it is the goaltender.
With Andy Moog, the Dallas Stars, one of the hottest teams in the National Hockey League. In fact, they are in a quest for first place overall in the Western Conference. We will follow that fight for first in the weeks ahead. And the NHL continues on ABC.
We can't resist comparing Dodge Dakota Club Cab to Ford Ranger and Chevy S10. After all, the mid-size Dakota has a roomier cab, a bigger bed, more towing capacity, and more standard horsepower. But one thing you won't see is a comparison of available V8 engines, because with Ranger and S10, you can't get one. Dodge Dakota, a little bigger, a lot better.
Here comes a whole new taste breakthrough. It's got less fat and better taste for you. Not a chip off the same old block. That's right. Got new Pringles right crisp. That's right. Less fat and better taste than this. Right. Better taste and less grease. The proof's right here, you see. That's right. It's not a chip off the same old block. Pringles right crisp. The taste of beer.
When it broke, he didn't make her wait a week to look at it or give her the runaround about a missing part. He just fixed it right the first time and for a very reasonable price. And that's pretty much the way ASE certified technician Wes Schaefer and everyone at Pep Boys does business. For service and repairs the way you deserve it, day or night, even on Sundays, come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
Down in the Dominican Republic lies one of golf's most celebrated courses, never before seen on television. Now, Fred Couples and Raymond Floyd battle each other and the course in Shell's wonderful world of golf. And the Pro Bowlers Tour rolls in with our national championship, the U.S. Open. Then ABC's Wide World of Sports features hijinks, horses, and hang time. Basketball's Clown Princess, the Harlem Globetrotters bring their special magic to Walt Disney World. Plus, the final of the Foot Locker Glam Fest and the Santa Anita Derby. It's all Saturday here on ABC.
Welcome back to the New Dodge Intermission Report. We'll get you back out to your game in just a moment. But first, a look at who's hot and who's not around the National Hockey League. First on the hot side, Jaromir Jagr of the Pittsburgh Penguins, just 5 points shy of his career high of 94. 13 assists in his last 9 games, and they need him to pick it up with Mario Lemieux on the shelf. Mike Vernon also on a roll, and the Edmonton Oilers have won 3 straight. Who's not hot? Doug Gilmour of Toronto, 2 goals in his last 13 games. Kelly Rudy is struggling, and the Chicago Blackhawks on a slide heading into the playoffs. A reminder, tonight at a special time, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, a special ABC Sunday night movie. Charlton Heston heads an all-star cast featuring Yul Brynner, Ann Baxter, and Edward G. Robinson in the 10 Commandments. Back with more after this word from our ABC station.
Victoria Principal's a devoted mother with a dream.
Everyone will love her.
But after a childhood of abuse, was her daughter guilty of the ultimate revenge?
Conspiracy to commit murder.
Victoria Principal, Beyond Obsession, Monday here on ABC. People are talking about NYPD Blue.
I spent close to half my life in the police department. NYPD Blue is one that I watch, and to me it seems as real as it goes. It's just like being in the station house.
NYPD Blue, Tuesday on ABC. Viewer discretion advised.
Is your business getting the maximum advantage?
Thank you for calling AT&T's Maximum Advantage Customer Service Center. How can I help you?
Maximum Advantage is our guarantee to you that you're receiving AT&T's lowest price.
Does your long-distance company guarantee that?
And if your 800 service goes down, AT&T will reroute your calls within 5 minutes.
Does your long-distance company react that fast?
You can take your 800 service and your outbound long distance. You can combine them on one bill.
Did you know that you could save an additional 10% on 1 or 2 of the countries you call the most?
Does it do that?
If you're not receiving our lowest price possible, we'll make sure that we give you a credit for the difference.
Does your long-distance company credit you automatically? AT&T does. If you're not with AT&T, you're not getting the maximum service advantage, price advantage, reliability advantage. Switch to AT&T today and get 1 month free. Maximum advantage from the best in the business. AT&T.
Jeopardy! Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 7.
The National Hockey League on ABC. Brought to you by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. And Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson, Brenda Brennan back at U.S. Air Arena in Landover, Maryland. Game tied 1-1. Caps got off to the early lead on a goal by Dale Hunter, John.
Some real good forechecking by the Caps. You see, it looks like Dallas has the puck under control, but here comes Kelly Miller. And here comes Kristich, and bang, bang, bang on those defensemen deep in the Dallas zone. Dale Hunter had all the time he needed to go to the backhand to score. Washington scored early. Now watch the puck. Dave Poulin killing a penalty as the breakaway. The puck won't settle down. Poulin works with it. He'll work with it. He'll work with it. Finally, it does settle down. It's flat. He's in a shooting position. There it goes again. They got the shot up. It was accurate, and Wackluck made a fine save with his left arm. Now here, let's watch some of the penalty killing as we roll it ahead. Kelly Miller is working the defenseman Broughton on the power play. And we stop it. You're going to see 1, 2, 3 dark jerseys and 1, 2 white jerseys. So it's a 3-on-2 on that side of the ice. The idea is for Dallas with Broughton back there, and he's a good passer, draw somebody over if you can. Get him over there. Stop it again. Look at it in front. Number 9 on number 9. Poulin trying to take care of Modano. But with Dallas being patient, moving the puck well, here he comes. Dave Poulin's moving across now, and stop it again. With Poulin coming over here, leaving Modano, it opens up this side of the ice. Now, you're going to see Broughton make a great pass to Ledger. The shot's on goal, and remember, it was number 9 on number 9. Well, he can't catch him. Modano scores on the power play.
And that's the way it's done. We are set to go. The second period, game tied 1-1. Neil Broughton with Mike McPhee and Shane Turler for Dallas. Dave Poulin with Craig Berube and Peter Bondra for Washington. Defense pairing of Darian Hatcher and Paul Cavallini for the Stars. Jim Johnson and John Slaney for the Caps. For the zone. zone. Dallas Stars finishing up a 6-game road trip. They've been on the road for 11 days. They'll be back home tonight, play 1 game at home before going out on the road for 2 more. They are 1-2-2 thus far on the trip. Prior to the start of this second period, Brenda had a chance to talk with Washington Capitals assistant coach Keith Allain about the way things are going in today's game.
Keith, the fast tempo of the game today, you're trying to capitalize on the Stars' slow-footed defensemen?
Exactly. That was a great tempo. You know, there was a stretch there, I think, for 7 minutes. There wasn't a whistle. What we have to do is get the puck in low, deep in their zone, and really work the slow-footed defensemen of the Stars.
Expect the fast pace to continue.
Yeah, I don't know if it can go 60 minutes as fast as it was the first 20, but we'd like to keep it up there.
Thank you very much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Keith Allain, a former college goalie, and a holdover from the Terry Murray regime.
Interesting, he had a game with Washington in St. Louis this winter. Keith Allain was at the Baltimore airport getting ready to head towards the gate. He slipped on some ice, fractured his ankle. He went and jumped on the aircraft anyway, made the trip to St. Louis, and I said, well, why didn't you just go see the doctor and get the leg taken care of? He said, well, it was one of Jim Schoenfeld's first games as the head coach, and I wanted to get to know him. I couldn't afford to miss the chance of not trying to keep my job. So he showed some toughness, landed in St. Louis, went and got the cat's foot on the leg, and he's now one of the coaches.
Juno's pads broken up. He said to tell you that he fell skiing, John, on a beautiful ski slope. He didn't want to say he fell on the ice.
Did a nice job, you know, in '92 with the U.S. Olympic team, helping out Ray LeBlanc, and watching Ray LeBlanc in '92 with Team USA come very close to winning a medal.
Hatcher moves it for Kelly Miller. Miller waits for help. It's Collie Johansson. Cleared out by Kelly Eklund. Here's a lead for Russ Cordall offside. 2-line pass whistle. Looks like Cordall, he can't believe it. He thought he was onside. Did he leave the blue line just a hair too soon? That's what linesman Gord Brosiker said.
So now some interplay between Bob Gainey and Gord Brosiker, the linesman. They're not happy at all with the call. The puck is out of the zone. And here's the pass. I don't think there was anything wrong with this pass, Sam. That should have been a breakaway. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. And I'm not sure why Gord Brosiker, the linesman, blew the whistle. The faceoff is now just to the Dallas side of center ice, and Bob Gainey is still trying to leave a message with the veteran linesman. Gord Brosiker is a good linesman, but I'm not sure why the play was called. And where the faceoff, Sam, was, I don't understand that either. Was in the on the Washington side of center ice, pardon me, not Dallas side.
Cordall sending it in. Go back, Cote back for it. Hits the side of the net with a pass, but alert play by Dimitri Kristich. Now Kelly Miller. Hunter, Miller, and Kristich on the line. Miller slowed down by Craig Ludwig. Rather, Matt Tkachuk slowing down on defense for Dallas. Hunter turns, plays it toward the net. Save, Wackala. And a whistle, a penalty called as Miller was taken down by Matt Tkachuk, and the Caps will have their first power play of the game. 17:44 to go, second period.
If you lust for power, try this. 1,340 cc's of rolling thunder. It's called Harley-Davidson, and you'll find it in all its glory at Southeast Harley in Cleveland, where you can get anything from an FXR to a BLT. But if you go, bring your love of the 2-lane blacktop and your Visa card, because at Southeast Harley, they'll take you to hog heaven, but they won't take American Express. Visa is everywhere you want to be.
There's no place on earth I'd rather be out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me. And there's no place that I'd rather be. Come on along, head for the mountains of Bush. Here, head for the mountains. It's cold and it's smooth, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson, Brenda Brennan at US Air Arena, where the Dallas Stars and Washington Caps are tied 1-1, and the Caps will get a power play after this penalty.
Steve Miller, number 10 for Washington, trying to find a way to get to the loose puck. Matt Tkachuk simply wouldn't let him happen. This is the third power play in the game combined. All three have been holding penalties.
Mike Lawler and Mike McPhee discussing strategy. Don't forget, coming up next on ABC Sports, defending champion Dave Johnson and an elite field of the world's top athletes compete in Hawaii in the Jeep Superstars. Next on ABC Sports, the only elite athlete not there, JD?
I used to look like that.
Cleared out of the zone. Dallas Stars penalty killing has been excellent all season long. The Caps power play has struggled up and down. They are 17th in the league, 3 for 12 in the last 2 games. Stars are 4th in the NHL in penalty killing. Puck cleared out. Kevin Hatcher and Kalle Johansson with Joey Juneau, Michael Pivonka, and Pat Peake for the Washington power play. Neil Broughton with Mike McPhee, Craig Ludwig, and Mike Lawler for the Dallas penalty killing unit.
And Dallas, a smart penalty killing team. Last season they were ranked 9th. This season they're 4th, right up towards the top of the league. And let's see if they try the aggressive approach here, which it looks like they're doing in all zones. Whoop.
Lawler fell down. Hatcher with a hit. Darian Hatcher with a hit on Pivonka. And the puck cleared by the Stars, who've given up only 5 power play goals against over the last 10 games.
The one reason I think they're really good is the fact that Hatcher, number 2 for Dallas, is big, he's mean, he's tough, and he can clear people out from around the goal. So your goaltender does not get screened very often, and try to get to a rebound with this big guy around.
Slaney moves it down the boards for Washington. They're without their best defenseman and captain, Mark Tinordi, who is big and strong and mean.
It's a nice combination, isn't it, for a defenseman in this league?
Along the board, there's Evason sending it across to Brent Gilchrist.
There was Hatcher winning the battle on the boards, helping move the puck up and out of the zone. He is so big and strong, it's tough to set up and win the little battles for the loose pucks when you're on a power play.
Dimitri Kristich. Pass across, went through by Dale Hunter. John Slaney's got it. 10 seconds to go. The power play for the Caps toward the net, broken up by Craig Ludwig. And it's over the glass into the crowd.
Jimmy Schoenfeld said that for his team, with their special teams, if you start adding up power play goals for and against, shorthanded goals for and against, you try to keep separate statistics with those combined. And he said his team was a negative or a minus with their special teams going into their last game with New Jersey. And he told his players before that game, let's from this point forward be plus with our special teams every game. Well, they were +1 in the New Jersey game, and they won it 2-1 with a power play goal. So far in this game, they're -1 because they have not scored a power play goal, yet Dallas has. He wants to start that statistic from this point forward to try and get them into a real good stretch run and headed into the playoffs.
Steve Konowalchuk. Darcy Wakaluk looking down at the face-off. Konowalchuk against Evason. Konowalchuk won it. Ricky plays it across. Jim Johnson shoots, blocked in front. Picked up by Jones, goes back to Ricky. Teams are back at full strength. Matchuk is back on, and the Caps are 0 for 1 on the power play. Battle along the boards. Mike Lawler tying up his man. Lawler spent some time in Washington. Randy Burridge moving it for the puck. Out in front, saved by Wakaluk on Konowalchuk. Wakaluk was almost out of position. He had swung his stick at the puck and missed, but he recovered to make a great save.
And that's when you throw the arm up as a goaltender. Hope the puck hits it. It did just that. Konowalchuk. Oh, man, was that close out there. Great play by Burridge. Sam Burridge with some great play deep in the zone. Set up Konowalchuk. And I don't think Konowalchuk got the shot away that he wanted to.
Here's a toast to the Hunters and a prayer for Condit. It was their game.
Come on, Macon! I want you!
Enjoy yourself. Their thrill. Their rules.
I like my meat rare.
Now he's gonna show them how to play it.
Job well done.
Surviving the Game. Rated R. Starts Friday, April 15th at a theater near you.
To the cowboys, to the modern-day hero, standing up for what's right as he rides across this land. He still earns every dollar to pass through his hands. So get to the cowboy and head for the mountains. No place he'd rather be than right here. Come on along and head for the mountains of Bush.
Perseverance by Randy Burridge. Watch the checker, Dave Gagne. Watch where a stick goes right into Burridge, into the jersey. Yet you see the great pass through 2 people. The shot as the puck again was flipping. What a save by the goaltender. Watch the pass in front. Now watch the left arm. Wave it up. Take away the space as much as possible. Wakaluk did just that. great effort by Burridge with a pass. A good shot considering the puck was rolling. And Wakaluk, when you're down on your side like that, you throw your arm up to try to take away as much space as possible, and he did just that.
Early second period, St. Louis a 1-0 lead in Detroit. Boston has finally scored in the game with Pittsburgh. Boston has not beaten Pittsburgh all season long. That's early in the second period on the Budweiser NHL scoreboard.
Curtis Joseph, the goaltender for St. Louis, has a habit of playing well in Detroit. Looks like he's doing it once again as Fedorov tries to catch Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky looks like he's in good shape to win the scoring title.
A great season for Gretzky and a enormously disappointing season for the LA Kings, who will not make the playoffs after going to the Stanley Cup Finals last season.
For the first time for Gretzky to miss the playoffs.
Juno shot saved by Wakaluk, and he covers up. Darcy Wakaluk, 28 years old, who started with the Buffalo Sabres, a 7th-round draft pick. Really having an outstanding season. It'll be his first winning season.
Juno trying to battle to get away from Dave Gagne. Gagne's a good scoring center, too, and he will play a nasty game, and that gets him involved. You see Juno battle back with the stick to try and get rid of the opposite centerman. Juno, when he was moving in on the right side of the ice there, he took the shot from the bad angle. Washington need a power scoring left winger to drive to the net so Juno can hit him with the pass. That's something I think you'll see Washington try to do during the offseason.
In talking to Jim Schoenfeld, he's thinking about playing Mike Ridley on the left wing to get him to shoot more. 2-on-1 developing for Dallas. Gagne with Needham. Gagne goes in deep. He throws through Beaupre out. He scores on the wraparound. Dave Gagne with a tremendous play went around the net after he threw Beaupre out, and the Stars have a 2-1 lead.
Kevin Hatcher got caught pinching Sammy, was the right defenseman. He got caught way up inside the Dallas blue line. A quick pass out of the zone. You'll see right here. Hatcher's on the boards. Quick pass, 2-on-1. Now, when Gagne fakes the slap shot, he can't catch up to the puck as he moves into the zone. Watch him fake the shot. He'll come down with it, fake it. Now he can't catch the puck. And Beaupre is now gone. And you'll see in front, Gagne, a very bright, intelligent player, trying to hit the 30-goal mark again. Took his time and went around the net. Gagne wanted to pass the puck there. He couldn't because the puck was back towards his skates. However, he never panicked. Went right around, saw the net open, and Dallas has the lead.
Gagne looking for his 6th consecutive 30-goal season. Comes up with his 27th, and the gloves have been dropped. Sherla and Berube. Just a matter of time.
Two very powerful people. Sherla, by the way, is the second cousin of Mark Rippon, the quarterback. Only he doesn't know if second cousin's here. He said they talk once in a while. These two players never really got set to throw the big right hands. It was more of a wrestling match. But you knew that these two big guys who have battled quite a number of times. The coaches have had them on the ice opposite one another.
That was a quickie, John, and I get the sense that we may see a rematch as Bob Gainey looks up at the board and checks things out. Berube still talking.
They got to discuss things for the next waltz.
And Schoenfeld looks things on. 5 games remaining for the Dallas Stars. After this one, they go home against Toronto. 1 game back on the road. This is the Islanders and St. Louis. First of a home and home with the Blues, and then wind up with Detroit. For Washington, they play the Islanders here Tuesday, 2nd consecutive Tuesday. Then home and home with the Ottawa Senators, play Winnipeg. Ottawa's been playing better, though, right, John?
Oh, they went into Florida last night, tied the Panthers, and that is a big point lost by the Panthers as they try to get the last playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. It will be a power play for Dallas as Frank Berube takes the additional 2 minutes.
Brenda Brennan is standing by at ice side. Brenda?
Hey, you may have noticed that Darcy Wakaluk picked up an assist on that goal, but you also may not know that Darcy Wakaluk became the first American Hockey League goaltender to score a goal. That was back in 1987. I guess they were so impressed with him in Rochester that in 1988, they dressed him as a left winger once. Didn't score, didn't have any points, but he did play as a forward. First time in his career. Back up to you.
And he did get 2 shots on goal in that game.
Oh, my.
You know, the one thing I was disappointed with Keith Elaine in the interview with Brenda, he didn't wish her happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Brenda.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
The penalties, Craig Berube Calgary, 2 minutes high sticking, 5 minutes for fighting. Shane Churla, 5 for fighting at 5:38, and a power play for the Dallas Stars, their third of the game.
We're seeing a protest here by Bob Gainey. Not happy with the offside call when Courtnall looked like he had a breakaway. Not happy with the call here on the fact. Well, I'm not sure why, but he called all his players over and didn't seem happy yet. He's got the power play.
Mike Modano, Dallas 1 for 2 on the power play. Modano scored. Modano on with Pelle Eklund, who's playing his first game with the Stars. He's coming over in a trade with the Philadelphia Flyers. Russ Courtnall on as well. Joe Ricci moves it for Washington, stopped by Ricky Machuchuk. And it's clear that there's a penalty upcoming on the Stars.
Pelle Eklund reached in with his stick from behind, takes the hooking call, and this negates the 1 minute 34 seconds that were still remaining on the Dallas power play. So we'll see some 4-on-4 action, and what we should see now, I would think, is some speed players get on the ice. Modano and Courtnall could stay on the ice and really start using their speed game.
Eklund at 6:05. If the playoffs began today in the NHL, this is the way things would shape up. Rangers in Florida, Montreal, Buffalo, New Jersey, Boston, Pittsburgh, Washington. In the Western Conference, Detroit would play San Jose. Dallas would beat St. Louis. Dallas would have home ice advantage. Toronto and Vancouver. Calgary, slotted number 2 there, the leaders in the Pacific Division, would go against Chicago in the first round.
Of all those teams, Chicago is the one team that right now seems to be struggling. Just can't seem to get it going on home ice. A lot of injuries finally, I think, catching up to them.
Eddie Belfour's been out for a few games,
too. Has a bad hip. Wants to get back and play right away. It's just they've just been beat up, and I think a number of their players are playing hurt. People like Chris Chelios been playing on the banged up knee. But it's something to see Los Angeles not make the playoffs. Ukraine is really beat up, really decimated with injuries.
Puck taken away by the Caps as the team skates 4 aside. Dave Gagne able to bring it out. Dave Gagne with Brent Gilchrist for Dallas. Along with Darian Hatcher and Paul Cavallini, Joey Juneau with Pat Peake, Joe Ricci, and Sylvain Cote for Washington. Hatcher playing it toward the net, deflected into the corner. 2-1, Dallas leading it, 13:25 to go, second period. Now Juneau moving with the puck. Drops it off for Pat Peake. Peake sends it back for Cote. Long shot was blocked in front. Cavallini into the cross. Able to clear the zone. Paul Cavallini missed the game in New York on Friday night.
Very difficult week. His father passed away. And up in Toronto, he went to see his family. The funeral will not be until Wednesday, and of course the Easter weekend. And on top of that, his relatives will be arriving from Italy for the funeral. So it's been a very trying week, and we wish his family well.
On the side, in the corner, Modano is on with Neil Broughton. Now Neil Broughton had it knocked away. Cote behind the play. Modano was taken down by Dave Poulin. Back the other way. Grant Ledyard. Ledyard against Joe Ricci. Modano and Poulin going along the boards, and Poulin not letting Modano go.
And Modano fighting back. He threw a punch to the back of the head of Poulin, and this time he tripped Poulin up from behind. So it's quite a battle with those two.
Caps have an extra man on. Peter Bondra has the puck. Save made by Wakaluk. 13 seconds remaining in the penalty to Pelle Eklund.
That's one of those shots where Bondra was looking to the middle of the ice and shot the puck on goal at the same time, hoping the goaltender would fall for the fake by looking in the opposite direction.
Here's the Visa storyline. Dale Hunter scored his 9th to give Washington the early lead. Mike Modano 46th, the power play goal. Dave Gagne is 27th here in the second period. And the Stars have taken a 2-1 lead on the Washington Caps. 12:08 remaining in the second period at the U.S. Air Arena. Look at Dean Evason. 3 times, John, you'll love this. 3 times when he played in Hartford, he was the Greater Hartford Open Celebrity Long Drive Contest winner.
That means he had to keep it on the fairway, too, I guess.
That's right.
So, yeah, living down in Texas for these players has to be a treat with some off time to be able to play a little golf. They tell me that Modano has a career low with a handicap and a career high with goals scored. It's some combination, isn't it?
Off the boards and out. That will do it for the brief power play for the Caps. The teams are back at full strength with 11:50 to go in the second, and Dallas leading 2-1. Randy Burridge couldn't find the puck. Knocked away. Johansson able to clear it out. Kanawalski Walchuk brought it back across in an offside called on Washington. Connor Walchuk in flat. Do some pushing. And now we get together. Keith Jones got in there.
Game's starting to fester up a little bit.
On the Budweiser NHL scoreboard, St. Louis now with a 2-1 lead midway through the second period as they play in Detroit. And certainly that a game important as far as the Dallas Stars are concerned. They're trying to close in on Detroit in the Western Conference. Stars 5 points, 2 points behind Toronto and 5 behind Detroit. Tonight, Calgary at Chicago. That later start, Edmonton and L.A. playing in Sacramento, a neutral site game. And as we mentioned, Pittsburgh leading Boston. Mario Lemieux has scored in that game. And they have Rick Tocchet back in the lineup. And if the Penguins are healthy, they're certainly one of the favorites going into the playoffs.
And Tom Barrasso and Gold, I think, is a very quiet, great factor for their club. And he has played well.
Steve Konowalchuk, 2-on-1 with Burridge. Hook from behind, save made. Nothing called on the play. Just a tug over the shoulder on Konowalchuk. Slowed him down a little bit. That wing against Jones.
That was a great outlet pass by Hatcher. You need those good passes to set up your offense. So when Hatcher hits a man like that, it sets up a scoring chance.
Battle again. Keith Jones, Dean Evison, Mike Lawler trying to get loose. Burridge is on him. Burridge lost his stick, and Ludwig fires the puck out of the zone, but over the boards into the crowd. The faceoff will be back in the Dallas zone. Right now we have an update around the NHL. Let's go back to New York and John Saunders.
Detroit on a 4-minute power play, but Paul Coffey gets extremely sloppy here and gets picked up by Brett Hull. The rest, as you know, will be history with Hull. He doesn't miss them, and he gets the shorthanded goal. But Stevie Yzerman gets it right back. He's parked to the right side of your screen. First he tips it and then pushes it in. Paul Coffey has just added a goal, and right now we are tied.
Steve Yzerman has been quiet for a while, John.
He had dental work yesterday. He had a tooth knocked out with a stick against Calgary. He had to spend yesterday afternoon in the dental chair, had a root canal done, had some bridge work done, and here he is playing again. It just shows some of the toughness that Steve Yzerman has.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson, Brenda Brennan. Glad you're with us for the NHL on ABC. We're at the U.S. Air Arena in Landover, Maryland, and Dallas leading Washington 2-1 with 10:50 to go in the second period. Kelly Eklund wrapped up in the corner. John Slaney with a check along the boards, play toward the net. Eklund scores! Kelly Eklund, who was left all by himself deep in the zone, got the puck, knocked it down, and beats Don Beaupre. It's a 3-1 Dallas lead.
Now the road team coming back and playing well here in the second period. Good play by the Dallas club, staying inside the blue line as Washington tried to dump it out. As all that was happening, the puck was knocked down and put all the way to Eklund in front of Don Beaupre. Now watch the dump in. It looks like Washington should be in good shape here. But no, the puck there is kept in and battled for. Cavallini with a good play, and Eklund smartly handled the puck in the air. And he is so casual and such good hands, he made it actually look pretty easy. Cavallini there with a good play, moving the puck up. Eklund catches the puck, puts it down, casually puts it in the goal. Cavallini then went and got the puck and gave it to Eklund as a souvenir, his first ever goal as a Dallas Star. Look how casual Eklund is as he pops the puck right in behind Don Beaupre.
And the Washington Capitals are changing goaltenders. And you see Paul Cavallini, a former Washington Cap. He played here last season. And the Washington Capitals down 3-1 are changing goaltenders. Byron Dafoe, who won in Chicago his first NHL win on Thursday night, is in, replacing Don Beaupre.
Dallas has only had 11 shots. And they have the 3 goals. That's enough for the coaching staff.
Wakaluk makes the save, and the Stars move the other way. Russ Courtnall looking for a 2-on-1. It's a 2-line pass whistle. Stopping play. We'll step out for a moment. 10:28 to go in the second, and Washington trailing by 2.
East of the Texas Hill Country in Austin, there's a place that just won't let you go home hungry. It's called Threadgill's. And here you might find yourself behind a great big chicken fried steak, a mountain of red beans and rice, or even a microphone. So if you go, bring your appetite for a good time and your Visa card. Because Threadgill's might let you take the stage, but they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Category.
Music.
Deep Purple, man. Classic.
Foreigner. Huh?
Yeah, man.
First album.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's cool. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. Ah, Meatloaf. Wonder what his friends call him.
Me?
Mr. Loaf. How about my Sharon?
Beechwood Aged Budweiser.
Supertramp.
Crisp, clean, classic.
Frampton comes alive. Moment of silence, please. Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, all right. Hold on.
Don Beaupre has been 12-6-6 under Jim Schoenfeld, but here he's lifted with his team down 3-1.
He was lifted at 9:19 of the second period. He'd only had 2 shots. Both of them went in. And it's tough to not get work at times, but you have to try to find a way to come up with a big save, and he simply didn't do it, so Jim Schoenfeld made the change.
Eklund got the goal, his second of the season. He's had only 1 goal in 48 games for the Flyers. Today, in his first game with the Dallas Stars, he scores, and that's going to make Bob Gainey very happy to see a little more offense in the lineup. Mike Craig with a long shot. Save, no, he scores! It went right by Defoe. Defoe thought he had it. First shot on Byron Defoe goes in, and the Caps are down 4-1, and the Stars bouncing back from the loss Friday night.
You are not allowed to have a warm-up when you move into the goal unless there's been an injury to the other goaltender. So right away, Craig got into the zone, put the puck on goal. It snuck between the arm and the body, the catching glove and the body of the goaltender. And it's a 3rd goal in the period on 3 shots for Dallas. And we're just now nearing the midpoint of the period. Good breakout. Why not put the puck on goal if there's a new goaltender in there? Dallas very patient at the blue line to stay on side. Good hard shot. And you can see the goaltender just simply not warmed up. Good move by McPhee to set the pass across. The long shot has got to be stopped. It wasn't. And it's now 4-1 Dallas. They haven't had much, but the pucks are going in, and they're pretty happy about it.
Mike Craig gets the goal, his 12th of the season. The Stars, with 2 quickies, they scored 4 unanswered goals since Washington scored early. The puck is put up into the crowd, and we're just past the midway point of the second. And Dallas now with a 4-1 lead. Pat Peake, a man that the Caps are hoping will blossom into a good goal scorer. He's a good goal scorer in junior. There is Byron Defoe.
Interestingly, with Defoe, about 10 days ago or so, he had problems breathing, and he didn't know what was wrong, and it was up high in the chest, and he thought maybe it was a heart problem, so the team sent him to have the electrocardiogram and be checked over. It ends up it was a muscle spasm in the area. He could not take a full, deep breath. And it had to be somewhat scary, I would think, at the time. He did recover, went into Chicago, played very well in a one-sided Caps win there. And here he comes off the bench, gets beaten on the first shot.
Caps still have Rick Mavaracci out with a knee injury. He is rehabbing, trying to get back. He's had knee injury twice this season, which has set him back.
Now let's see if the Washington team changes their style a little bit. Will we see people like Hatcher and other defensemen, Cote, Johansson, will they jump into the play and try and provide more offense?
Goes back for the puck. 9:45 to go in the second period. And the Stars leading 4-1, 2 goals in a span of 37 seconds. Eklund from Cavallini at 9:19. Craig from McPhee and Ledyard at 9:56. Earlier, Gagne scored from Gilchrist and Darcy Wakaluk. The goalie at 5:25. Wakaluk's second assist on the season. Mike Modano scored a power play goal in the first period for Dallas, and Dale Hunter scored early in the game. Hear the derisive cheers from the crowd.
The old Bronx cheer.
Boy, is that tough on a goalie.
You want to be a goalie.
Peter Bondra, offside. Peake left the blue line too soon. 9:10 to go in the second.
That's nothing in New York. They used to throw bagels at my wife when I didn't play well.
Well, were they fresh? I don't know. Next week, the NHL on ABC. Final regular season Sunday. Rangers and Islanders. That should be something special. LA at Chicago. Final regular season game at Chicago Stadium. Dallas at St. Louis. And Boston at Philadelphia. Eric Lindros will look at Adam Oates. And maybe Ray Bourque might be back. It'll be close.
Eric Lindros had 4 points in Hartford in the first period last night. And then his team held on and finally won it late.
Lindros, who's missed a lot of time earlier in the season with a knee injury, is got 97 points, looking for his first 100-point season in the NHL.
Philadelphia could have 3 players at the 100-point mark, perhaps not make the playoffs. Wouldn't that be something?
Having a great year is Mark Recchi. Rod Brindamore is closing in on 100 points, and yet they may miss the playoffs for the 5th consecutive year. Kelly Miller with a puck for Washington. Caps trailing 4-1. Miller checked by Paul Cavallini. Puck still loose along the boards. Modano reaching in. Hooked away by Kristich to Hunter. Modano taken down by Miller. Kristich turns. Kristich has had only 4 goals in his last 29 games. And he's a goal scorer, and he needs to score for the Washington Capitals. Good day, swings it around for Hunter. Hunter looking to make a pass. Looking for an open man. Kristich isn't open. Now Hatcher presses Hunter, and it's up the boards. Hunter in the corner against Cavallini. And a shot taken by Miller. It's a save. Kristich rebound stopped by Wakalov.
There's a clinic on how to play goal. And it's a clinic on how to forecheck with Dale Hunter in charge and how to get offense. The Courtnall, Eklund, Modano line on the ice, they're offensive players. They're getting beat deep in their own zone. Watch Hunter go to work. Great pass. Now watch the goaltender down. Watch him get up and close his legs. Wakaluk, sharp. The legs are open. Watch how he closes his body right up. Beautiful. Great save on the second shot. That coming from Kristich. And Wakaluk has been quiet and strong in this game as Washington now has had 20 shots. Dallas has had 12. The score's 4-1 in favor of Dallas. Interesting to see, though, Washington had Hunter's line to go out and grind the very finesse-minded line of Modano, and it worked for them. However, that man Wakaluk got the job done.
Marcy Wakaluk from Pincher Creek, Alberta. Where is that, John?
Actually, from an area called the Crow's Nest Pass.
Never heard of that, Sam?
No. Southern Alberta near the British Columbia border. Beautiful area.
I know Calgary, Edmonton, and Red Deer.
It's southwest of Calgary. Okay.
Steve Emerson taken down, just missed the net penalty call. What an effort by Emerson. This second period totally belongs to the Stars. Emerson is being roughed up here by Keith Jones.
Jones is an agitating player, and Emerson didn't have much of a chance to do anything. Everybody involved. The Dallas goaltender, Wakaluk, is at his bench. And his glove still flying out of the pilot.
That's John Slaney they're trying to pull off.
The original power play will go to Dallas as Emerson, with a great individual effort, battled all the way through. Wakaluk just keeping one thing in mind, and that's getting ready to play goal.
Here come the Stars. Good breakout and a good chance for Dean Everson. Great hard-working effort by Everson here.
Dallas moving up the ice, and you can see where he's got the stride, and he's hooked from behind, and he's knocked off balance, and then he's into the net. And Slade, Jones is just going to stay right with us. See, Jones quit skating there. His legs aren't moving. Everson's are. And you see the trip, the penalty because of that play. Now, as Everson goes into the net, Jones stays with him. He keeps him in the net, gives him a shot, and another shot, and another shot, and it should be at least a double minor in my mind for Dallas to work with on a power play. Jones is he's an agitating player. Likes to do that to upset the opposition. Look at Morale, the referee behind the net. Oh my!
He's probably telling Jones to get up there, but Jones didn't listen. Then he just backed off. Let's see the penalties handed out. Keith Jones is there. Craig Berube had gone earlier for fighting with Shane Churla of Dallas. Jim Schoenfeld looks on, and you can see the concern on his face. The Caps thought they were reaching a level of consistency with a strong effort in Chicago and then a real good home ice effort against New Jersey Friday night. But the Caps are only one game over 500 on home ice this season. That's not good.
For Dallas.
Very good point. You need goaltending at home, and they didn't get it here, even though the goaltenders haven't played well. Defoe's goal was a bad goal, but I'm afraid he didn't play bad. He just didn't come up with any big saves.
Time of the penalties, 12-16.
Well, I think the Caps get a break here because they'll only be down a man for 2 minutes. Jones got 4 minutes, but Mike Craig also got 2 minutes for roughing on the play.
Trying to help out his teammate.
Keith Jones, one of the good young, strong forwards that the Caps are counting on. Pat Teague, Steve Konowalchuk, Keith Jones.
To the goaltender. Wakaluk's eyes are dead closed. They're closed. During the stoppage, he will not open his eyes. He keeps them closed. The puck hasn't been dropped yet. Oh, took a little peek. Now he closes them again. He tries to stay focused. He tries to stay within himself. And he says, keeping his eyes closed like that, he can just keep himself right in a proper frame of mind, stay focused, stay concentrating. If that was me, I may have fallen asleep. But look at this.
Andy Moe, 302 career wins. Fine feature on him. by John Saunders.
Well, I loved it. I loved it when he said goaltenders are responsible for all pucks that go behind them. You have a chance on every shot. Every goal that goes in, you're responsible for it. Why not be a leader? Take the hit if you allow goals.
Dallas on the power play. 1 for 3 in the game. Madonna has scored. It's Madonna with Russ Courtnall and Tully Eklund. Grant Ledyard and Neil Broughton. Puck cleared down by the Caps, who have Dave Poulin and Steve Konowalchuk, with Kevin Hatcher and Collie Johansson. 7:10 to go in the second. Dallas leading 4-1. Ledyard fires in. Moves by Defoe up the boards. Konowalchuk looking for it. It's cleared out. Wakala. Quick transition to Ledyard. Moves ahead. Lozano playing it toward the net into the corner. Dave Gagne has come on with Russ Courtnall. Joe Ricci trying to clear, was knocked down. Darian Hatcher keeps it in. Gagne moves it to Courtnall, looking for Madonna in front. Courtnall holding. Puts it out in front. It was tipped by Ricci. Kelly Miller clears.
Dallas has to just love this position with a 4-1 lead. They're working with the power play, and they're still thinking first place in their division. Dallas is tied up with St. Louis in that game. Oh, pardon me, Detroit is tied up with St. Louis. They're chasing Detroit, who's in first place.
And a win today would tie Dallas with Toronto, and they play Toronto on Tuesday at home. Puck bounces out of the zone. Gagne retrieves it with 22 seconds to go on the power play. For the Stars, Mike Needham, who had back surgery in November when he was with the Pittsburgh Penguins, returned to the lineup. They traded him on the deadline for Jim McKenzie. There's a chance in front of save made by Defoe, and it's batted in. Brent Gilchrist, I believe, batted it in out of the air, and Dallas, with its second power play goal of the game, now has a 5-1 lead.
Should give Gilchrist a goal plus an assist during this period. You see Jim Schonfeld taking the deep breath as not much is going right here. Good battle. Deep. You see Hatcher, the defenseman's in there. Gilchrist is there. The puck's in the air, and it's actually knocked in by Joe Ricci. I think Ricci tried to knock the puck away, and it goes right into the Capitals' goal. My goodness. See Dallas on the power play. They want to establish the offensive zone deep and in control with the puck. Hatcher helps do that as he works deep. 3 dark jerseys in behind the goal line to make sure they control the puck, which they do. And look at the puck go hit right off the chest as Ricci was turning around and went right inside his own goal. So here's Ricci coming across. Bang, right off the chest. And he turned away as Gilchrist moved into him, and the puck went into the net. Now, Jim Schonfeld, the Washington coach, told you, Sam, that Ricci has yet to make a mistake as a defenseman. No, that may have been his first one, even though it was accidental.
He's been very steady. Juno moving up ice, one-on-one against Mike Lawler. Knocked away with help from Dean Evison. And the whistle behind the play. An injured player is down. That's Shane Churla. 5:35 to go in the second. We'll step out for a moment with Dallas leading.
Classic television.
Hogan's Hero.
Green Acres.
Arnold Zip. Who played him? Nobody. He was the pig.
Remember Family Affair?
Mr. French. I love to. He's attractive.
Pete Lee Jewell. Okay, Ginger or Mary Ann?
Ginger was a bimbo.
Mary Ann or Jeannie?
Beechwood Age Budweiser. Crisp, clean, classic. A date on the calendar. Monthly exams. The beat of a heart. A glimpse into the future. All the pieces that add up to a large dose of caring and concern from a pioneer in managed health care. Because babies need to be taken care of well before they're born. Peace of mind. It comes with every piece of the rock.
John, what happened to Shane Churla?
Well, he's an aggressive forechecker, loves to take the body, and we see the puck move into the corner. Now, you look here, that's Churla. He's going in to take the man out. Watch his right leg buckle as he moves in on Slaney. Leg on leg, and his leg just buckled. He went right down very awkwardly, and you can see how he's looking at the ice. He knew immediately that the pain had hit him, and the right leg was a problem. By the way, he's gone to the bench. He didn't go to the locker room, so the right leg is a problem.
And looking at his right hip as well on the bench, and we'll keep an eye on that. The Dallas 5th goal, Brent Gilchrist unassisted, his 17th at 14:09, a power play goal. Christmas for Juno, who knocked it ahead. Lawler broke it up. Lawler and Bonner in the corner. And we have a penalty coming up.
Darcy Wakaluk for tripping.
We have an update in the NHL. Let's go to John Saunders in New York.
Sam, the Bruins had the game in command, or rather were down 3-0, but coming back against the Penguins, Daniel Marois pokes this one past Barrasso, but Rick Tocchet has added a goal. It's 4-2, Sam and JD.
John, and again, we mentioned that Boston has not beaten Pittsburgh this season. Let's take a look as Darcy Wakaluk, who has an assist, also picks up a penalty.
You'll see right in front, there goes Joey Junot. You see the stick to the ankle. Down he goes. Penalty minutes 21 and 22 on the season for Wakaluk. Shane Churla has a lot of trouble, as you see, putting weight on his right leg. And he can get much better attention in the locker room from the training staff and the doctors.
Shane Churla, second in the league to Ty Domi in penalty minutes, came into the game at 3:16, but has taken some penalty minutes, some penalty time this afternoon with 7.
And we were mentioning that Wakaluk now has 22 minutes in penalties as the goaltender. Eddie Belfour of Chicago has 57 to lead Ron Hextall with 52 for that dubious distinction.
Power play, Washington, they're down 5-1 with a little over 5 minutes remaining in the second period, and they desperately need something to get them going. Dimitri Kristich with Peter Bondra and Joey Junot. Pass for Bondra, couldn't stuff it in. Johansson has the puck. Johansson and Hatcher playing the point. Junot along the boards. Darian Hatcher and Grant Ledyard for Dallas. Shot by Hatcher by Kevin Hatcher is a save. Both Hatcher brothers on the ice. Kevin for Washington, Darian for Dallas. Again, coming up in our second intermission report, John Saunders with scores and highlights and an update on the playoff picture. Kevin Hatcher with the rush. Judo after the puck. Craig Ludwig is there. Out of Dimitri Kristich. Juno has it with 1 minute to go on the power play. Shot by Slaney. Scores! John Slaney. Top low shot. Beating Darcy Wakaluk. And the Caps cut into the big Dallas lead.
Last season, the Washington defense scored 91 goals combined. The defense that Washington has now have 44 goals going into this game. Less than half. It's now 45, and you can see Wakaluk was screened by his own man. I believe it's Ledyard in front or Lawler in front. There's a low shot, very accurate inside the goal post, as the goaltender, Wakaluk, had to try to find a way to see the puck with Lawler parked way up high out front trying to play goal himself. And both Lawler and Wakaluk had trouble with a great shot by Slaney, so it's 5-2, and the power play works for Washington.
22-year-old John Slaney, rookie defenseman, with a tough low shot. It's a 5-2 game, as John mentioned. Dale Hunter trying to dig it loose. Russ Courtnall has it for Dallas. Joey Junot and Dimitri Kristich get the assist at 15:45 on Slaney's power play goal. Puck lifted over the net to the far side. Tully Eklund hit by Sylvain Cote.
That penalty that Wakaluk took, he's played so well, but that was a bad penalty to take. It's given Washington perhaps a little life here.
Courtnall moving in. Courtnall pass in front. And a quick play by Cote as he rides Eklund hard into the board. Dale Hunter the other way as the crowd comes alive for Washington as they try to get back in the game. Hunter with the puck. For Kelly Miller off his stick. Kevin Hatcher has it. Now on the slot off the stick of Miller again. Caught with the outlet to Mike Craig. Craig, who was one of the Dallas goals. Pass in front, broken up by Johansson. Craig Berube goes for it, but missed it. Kevin Hatcher has it. Into the cross. And an offside whistle against the Caps. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second period.
Again, to get back to the penalty by Wakaluk, he didn't need to do it. It was 5-1 at the time. All of a sudden it's 5-2, and all of a sudden Washington's fans are back into it. Perhaps the pace will pick up for Washington and they can get themselves a little more offense going.
2:58 remaining in this second period. Brenda Brennan has an update on Shane Churla's injury. Brenda?
You know, Sam, I guess it's a bad time to be a captain if you're playing for the Dallas Stars. Shane Churla was limping badly as he left the ice. They have told me that he has suffered a hip pointer. They do not know if he'll return to action. Again, Shane Churla, a hip pointer from being hit into the board.
Those are very painful.
What it is a very deep bone bruise right on the point of the hip. watch this hit. Wonder what hip pointers. The body slam. The WWF on that play. But as far as Shirley goes, that's a painful bone bruise right on the point of the hip that sticks out at the front of your right side of your body is where I think he got it. And that could be very sore for a long period of time.
Randy Burridge for Washington carries in, trying to walk up to the net. The shot was blocked. Mike Needham finds the puck. Needham replacing Paul Broughton in the lineup for Dallas this afternoon. When Gilchrist moving in. Alan May, the former Washington Capital, was traded to Dallas at the deadline. He's not in the lineup. He was scratched by coach Bob Gainey. After working over Needham, up behind the net. And Defoe sends it around. Paul Cavallini pinching in for Dallas. He's stopped by Randy Burridge. Shot by Needham, saved by Defoe.
And that's what Washington needs. They've given up 4 goals now on 6 shots in the second period. They need some goaltending to help them get them back in the game.
I don't know about you, John. Defoe still looks a little unsteady. 3-on-2 Dallas. Gagne pass behind Needham. I think he still looks a little unsure of himself.
He hasn't had any work. It's hard. It was hard for both Braves. You need a little work to get yourself involved. It's hard to stay focused when you're not getting any action.
In their first meeting this season, the Caps had 47 shots against Dallas, outshot by a wide margin. But the Stars won that game 6-2 in Dallas. Puck bounces down off the glass. Worked clear by Grant Ledger. Russ Courtnall picked it up. Courtnall across with Mike McPhee. Puck picked up by Neil Broughton. Back pass to Courtnall for a shot that was blocked. Jim Johnson able to clear the zone. Minute 10 to go, second period. Dallas leading 5-2. John Slaney, who scored his 7th goal of the season, has the puck. Lead from Michael Pavanka. Lawler after it. Drops it off in the corner. Greg Ludwig works it ahead. Less than a minute to go in the second period. Sounders standing by in New York. An update. Scores and highlights. And check on the playoff picture. Juno with the puck. Moves it to Pavanka. And now Peter Bondra. Bondra against Lawler. Off the stick and out of the zone. Back the other way. Caps have to go to retrieve it. So Ricky has it. Ricky came over from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Trade for Enrico Ciccone and a couple of draft picks. Chip Schoenfeld thinks that Enrico Ciccone will develop. Here's Christian going in. Missed the net by a wide margin. Played by Cote around the boards. That's one of the veteran player. Pass in front, block. Ricky couldn't get a chance. Cote stops it at the line. Intercepted by Mike Lawler. 5 seconds to go in the period. Lawler just dumps it in, and that will do it. Big second period for the Dallas Stars. The Stars, they score 4 goals before Darcy Wakaluk was beaten by John Slaney, and it's a 5-2 Dallas lead. Stay tuned for John Saunders to New York, featuring scores and highlights and a look at the playoff picture after this from our ABC station.